Hi guys, it's Jody. Today's video, I want to do a swipe, big surprise, but I want to do a more traditional swipe, you know, where I put the colors on the canvas and then swipe with the tool, having all the paint, even the cell activator on there. I've only done it a couple times, I think, on camera, and I want to attempt a bigger canvas as well. I've had this 11 by 14 staring at me, and I tried once. As you'll see, it looks kind of a mess. I let it dry, and I'm coming in to conquer it again. So we're gonna see how this goes. I have a lot of old paints. They've been sitting around for, you know, about a month or two, and they definitely need to be used up. They are mixed up with the Infinity, so I'm going back to my Infinity Sonja pouring medium for today. They've been, like I said, they've been mixed up for a while, and I hate throwing stuff away, so I want to use them up in this swipe. So let's go have some fun and see what comes of this swipe. All right, for this piece, I think this is probably the biggest size I've done on camera so far. This is an 11 by 14. It barely fits on my spinner, and it is the biggest piece that will spin in my spinner box. So and I tried something before on this and it did not work out well. I get asked a lot why I don't work on bigger canvases, and so there's a couple of reasons. The blooms technique is a bit challenging, you know, on its own, so it's better to start smaller and work your way up. And I've gradually worked my way up with blooms, blowing it out with my mouth. I can probably do bigger pieces with a hair dryer, but I still need to practice that. I feel more comfortable blowing it out with my lungs, and you know, I can do about a 12 by 12. I think my next goal will be a 14 by 14, but swipes are easier to do on bigger canvases. But this is the biggest swipe that I'm going to try to accomplish today. So that was kind of long-winded, but I wanted to put that in. And before I put the pillow down, I want to show you all the colors, because I've got a lot. I'm cleaning out some of my colors just to get rid of them. They've been mixed up for a while. So I'm going to show you the colors first, and then we'll put down the pillow, and then we'll get started with this. This is going to be a swipe. So, and everything is mixed with the Infinity Sonja, because these are older colors that have been mixed up, and I want to get rid of them. I don't want to throw them away. So the first one is going to be this little piggy pigment, the Golden Peach. And they're all a little bit on the runnier side, but I'm going to go with it. I'm not worried about thickening it up. This is a swipe. I'm not that particular about... I'm more particular about my blooms than my swipes with the cells. All right, the second color is Modern Masters. This is Sachet Red. And this one is... that's that consistency. The next one is PBO Studio Acrylics, the iridescent blue-green. Not to be confused with their green-blue, but their blue-green is this one. Probably one of my most favorite colors they have, besides the iridescent blue-black. That is my all-time favorite. And then this next one, I actually mixed two of the PBO tube paints. This one is iridescent red blue, and then iridescent, oh, I can't read upside down. This is violet blue. What I did was I mixed this, and then I just added a squirt of this in. And it came up with this beautiful color. There's that consistency. And then I have a Phthalo blue by Sonja. Just a little bit left. There's that one. Indian Yellow by Sonja. There's that one. And then Dioxazine Purple. I think it's the Sonja. I use the Sonja and the Golden Fluid a lot, and they look pretty much the same. I believe this one is the Sonja. Righty. All right, and as I said before, these are all mixed with the Infinity Joe, Sonja. I'll have all the ingredients and everything, the picture in pictures at the beginning of this video, and also in the description box down below, all the products and paints and ingredients that were used today. And I'm going to be using a white cell activator, so I'm just going to show you it now. It's the Australian Floetrol with the Amsterdam Titanium White mixed at 4:1. I just mixed up a new batch. It feels slightly thin, but we're going to go with it since we're doing a swipe. That's what that looks like. All right. And let's see. Let's put down, I'm using my Glidden Premium in Satin pillow for today. I'm going to try using less, only because I always end up having so much paint on. When I put the colored paints on, I have to tilt or spin a lot. So I'm trying to do less is more this time to see what happens. Just kind of get it covered, but not all the way. A thinner layer, because I have a lot of colors that I just showed you. So I think this, and if I need to add any more before we take it over to the spinner box, I'll just add them around the edges, but I think we are good there. All right, am I in center here? This is a big canvas. All right, my swipe tool, I've never used this before, and it's I've been asked about it. Some people have seen it behind me when I'm talking over my other workbench, and asked me why I haven't used it yet, because it scares me. This is a squeegee that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I think I'm going to swipe with it upside down only because it's easier to handle, but I felt like that was a good size for this canvas. So we're going to go with this today and see how it works. All right, I am just going to start loading up the colors here. Whoops. That's the golden peach. This is the sachet red. This is the PBO blue green. And this is the PBO, the mix of the two colors, the red violet and the other one. I can't remember its name right now, but it'll be listed in the front of this video. The Pthalo blue. And I just kind of put all these colors together. I just picked them at random, but then I lined them up kind of dark light, just to see how that would go. I'm not looking at, whether they're transparent or opaque. I usually don't look at stuff like that. I just look at the colors. I probably should look at it more, but I have to say I do not. That was the Indian yellow, and then this is the Dioxazine purple. Oops, a little dollop right there. Okay. I don't have anything bleeding down the sides like I normally do for swipes like these. Where is my toothpick? Got a big bubble there I need to pop. Okay. All right, now I'm going to put the cell activator directly on here and then swipe this way and then turn it around and swipe that way. It's probably going to go pretty quick too. And if I have to blow in the center, I will. That's the idea for today. We shall see how this goes. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Woo. Look at that. this tool off really quick so I can swipe the other side. Wow. Some nice colors in there. All right, here we go. Wowza. Wow, that turned out better than I expected. I think I'm gonna... I had no idea how the pressure would be with that thing. All right. Just get this in the middle a little bit more. I think what I'm gonna do, wow, this this turned out really well. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some pillow paint just on the sides here to help it because there is less paint on here. And I'm thinking that from here to here is probably what we'll be keeping. I'm going to try and tilt it and spin it. So I will meet you over at the spinner box and we will see what comes of this. All right, I added a little bit of pillow paint just around the edges just to help it go over. I'm hoping we have enough paint on here, but here's what this looks like before we start spinning it. I'm going to start spinning it and tilting, but I need to make sure this is perfectly centered so it will spin because it barely clears this box. So let's just start with a light spin. Woo. Wow, you can see that golden peach. I can see it, and it's kind of like peeking out between the cells. Gosh, this is gorgeous. I'm gonna go this way. This one might be a success. I didn't even have to modify it. This is exciting. All right, I'm just gonna do one more spin over here. Get some more of this paint off. Yeah. Wow. I'm not used to doing swipes like these. I always like to add embellishments. I mean, I blew out the center, which kind of looks really cool. It's not really moving too, I think. So I'm not used to all these cells. They look so cool. I'm just gonna do one more little tiny baby spin. I love these red cells over here. I'm not going to point. I've got so much paint on me. I don't even want to move it around. I think this is the coolest swipe. Okay. We're there. This one's a winner chicken dinner. There's so many colors in this thing. I dig it. Oh, come on. There we go. Wow. Oh, this is so cool. I can't wait to show you the detail when I bring you in for the flyover, but here's what this one looks like. I'm going to get cleaned up and I will bring you over for the flyover of this guy. All right, here is the flyover of this guy. Can you see just that golden peach just keeps it's just coming through all of that. And that cell activator is just sinking and leaving behind the most wicked lacing. I love that right there with all the different colors. These cells, there's like 5 or 6 colors in there. I've never seen anything like it. Probably one of the coolest swipes I've done thus far. That looks almost 3D right there. I wasn't sure what this mix of colors was gonna do. It's not something I would have picked, but it just made the coolest effects. And I love these red cells right in here with that golden peach peeking through. Those cells right there. There's an eye. I just love it. I am so pleased with this. I'm so excited to see how this dries. Hopefully there's no shifting. I will be back once this is dried to show you the dried results. And I'm back to show you the dried results of the swipe you just saw me do. And it dried just beautifully. I did have some flocculation that I want to point out because I didn't add as much paint as I normally do, and it was stretched a little bit too thin. That's the only thing I can deduce on that, but I'm going to try and get it all in here because this is a bigger canvas, and I conquered it, yay. But I just love how it dried, and I just love all the different cells, and you can see in the light that golden peach. I keep wanting to call that Georgia peach. The golden peach kind of in the background is like a subtle shimmer. But as I bring you in closer, you can see the depth of those. Whoa, was that still wet? Did I smudge it? Okay, good. It is still a little bit tacky in the center. I'll try not to touch it, but all the cells within here, that they've got such depth. But right here, if you can see, there's a little bit of flocculation, and I just love the electricity of that right there. It did have a little bit more flocculation here and some down here as well, but I think it's just from having not enough paint in those areas. I should have probably stopped one spin before and it would have been fine, but I'll just take some acrylic markers to that once it's completely dry and just kind of go over that just a little bit to hide it, because otherwise this piece just dried beautifully. I actually kind of like this orientation if I can get it in like that with the blue on the bottom. I don't know, something struck me. I leaned it up to prop it up to get it off the I use these little painter triangles to prop up my canvases, and as I was cleaning them off, I propped this up this way. I was like, oh, I like this. I like that orientation. So, but it just dried beautifully. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think of this swipe? It was one of my bigger ones, and that squeegee, I'm not nervous of it anymore. It was actually because I had it upside down, it was kind of hard to feel the pressure on it, but that was pretty fun to use. I'm definitely going to use that again. Let me know if you've used a squeegee like that in any of your swipes, or if you have any other interesting tools that you've used that are, not traditional to swiping. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.